My name is Ruben Cantu, and I'm here to tell you about an amazing program that will transform your life. The Frontera Leadership Institute, LMNTS, Leadership Management Networks and Tech and Social Impact, in partnership with the Brownsville Community Improvement Corporation, is providing a 12-week program to help look for first-gen, low-income, and diverse students and teach them the skills of product management, entrepreneurship, and executive leadership. We really want to help invigorate and support new leaders, emerging leaders in this Brownsville community. If you're interested, sign up at fronteraleadership.org and you'll get one-on-one mentorship, team coaches, and all-around wraparound support, helping you discover your true potential and become the amazing transformative leader that you are. See you soon. We're bringing this program here to Brownsville because we see an opportunity of getting out ahead of where we think things are going with the advent of SpaceX coming into the market and lots of more people moving in from the coast. We start seeing what was happening to Austin potentially happening to Brownsville, and we want to make sure that we support the local community who's been here to make sure that they have the skills to be competitive in the new marketplace and give them the skills to be able to launch their businesses and take them to wherever they want to go. So real quick, we are designed to help first-generation college students, or when I say that, I mean students who are first in their family to go to college, not first-generation Americans. If you have any of the qualifiers of either from low-income background or a diverse background or if you're first generation, we're trying to create a program that will reach our communities that often these programs aren't available to. And we want to really help create the next generation of leaders for our community. So you can see a little bit about what we're talking about on screen. But we really want to be at the cutting edge there. And at the end of the day, what we're doing, everything is led by the heart. So yes, we have technical training, but it's really heart-based focused. So the reason is because oftentimes when new innovation comes in, it further exacerbates the disparity of the have and have-nots. And we want to help address that. And this will be the bridge, literally, Frontera will be the bridge to help create a pathway for that to happen. So let me tell you about a program a little bit. It'll be held Fridays and Saturdays from 10 to 2 p.m. It's an 8-hour weekly commitment. It's a hybrid course. So I will be here in person one week, in Austin the next week on Zoom, but I will be coming back and forth. So I will be here a total of 6 weeks working with you all individually. And the whole time I'm accessible, but I still live in Austin, but this is, I have family and friends here, so I want to be able to start building it. I'm just not quite moving here fully yet. And the program is designed not just as a cohort, but to work inside of teams. So there's no technical, like maybe there's one assignment that's individual work, but everything is built inside of teams. Now, I don't know if you've ever had the experience of working inside of teams, but sometimes some people do more than others and others slack off. We know that very well. So this is why before we even get them involved, we take them on a 3-day retreat. Our opening retreat will be August 16th through the 18th, and it'll be at Camp Rio. And we are going to be bringing the individuals and helping not only form them as a cohort, but identifying them and building them as teams so that they leave not just thinking as my individual self and what I want, but how do we move together as a team, which is a lot more challenging, but it requires a level of training. But once you get those skills, you have a higher chance of success in the program because it's going to be really easy to slip back into your individual mindset and not move as a team. In order for this to be successful, to actually take it beyond just like a idea or conceptual phase, you have to leverage a team. So this will go all the way through November 9th, I believe. And then on that day, we will have a big showcase. So if you've ever seen Shark Tank on TV, we're basically going to have a Shark Tank to showcase to the community what the students have done over the last 12 weeks that they've been in the program. And they will be able to compete against each other to see who had the best pitches. So again, 12 weeks, lecture and interactive labs. So it's very immersive hands-on training. A lot of our students like hands-on. So we'll be able to build workshops where they're actually doing the things. When we have to go out there and have them talk to people, we actually go out there and show them how to talk to people. And so there's like getting out of your shell, being comfortable, being uncomfortable. As I said, I'll be alternating online, offline, and on Zoom and in person. And attendance is required for all classes. We're thinking, because you're going to have to be building a company in that process, about 5 to 10 hours outside of work, outside of class, to work within your teams. To, like, some weeks will be heavier than others, but you'll be moving gradually into building an actual company. Now, do you have to stay with that company for the rest of your life? No. But for that exercise in that process, you're learning the mechanics of what it takes to actually get something out into the market. We're condensing 2 semesters of product management work that we've done at the University of Texas into 12 weeks. So we're going to experiment to see how well that does, and it's about 96 hours of instruction. We have 10 assignments. You'll be paired up with a team coach, and then each individual will be paired up with an individual mentor to help them grow professionally and personally. And we're even exploring how to do field trips, take them on tech tours, so whether it be SpaceX or anything else, or we might even take y'all up to Austin so that you can visit other tech companies there, or in San Antonio. We have 12 weeks. We start off with introduction and self-discovery. So this is really about the retreat and what we will be doing that weekend. Then you start going into what the basics of product management fundamentals are. Then you start learning about lean startup and how to validate ideas. Then we learn about design sprints and agile development. Then you go into prototyping and user experiences. And then we finally finish out with market launch and how to pitch so that you're ready to pitch. So it's going to be really fast. But the thing about it is, now you're in a cohort, and you don't just, once it's over, it's not like you disappear. You're part of a community, and we're plugging you into the larger alumni network that we have and we're building out. So what are our impact and achievements? Award-winning. So this is a picture of our last year's competition that we entered, the Hispanic Serving Institution Battle of the Brains. We competed against 13 other Hispanic serving institutions around the country. We were first-time entrants as the University of Texas, and we became national champions, and they won $50,000. So that means that we took students that didn't have a pedigree in entrepreneurship, and we were able to take them through our process. Some of them were more experienced because they had been in our program, and others who were super new, and we had them go on stage, do a Shark Tank type of presentation, and they mopped the floor. So that was really awesome. And then students end up actually matriculating into our next following courses at the university. We'll be building more programs inside this elements structure. And so hopefully we can have them learn more curriculum additionally to this. And then we're plugging them also to existing alumni that we have so that they can support them in the process. The biggest thing here is our students end up becoming more heart-centered, community-based leaders. Yes, they understand the tech industry and how to get plugged into it. Many of our students end up moving to Silicon Valley, staying in Austin, getting hired at six-figure salary jobs. We're really proud of them for that. A lot of them have been able to get funding for their startups. And we've been at least had over 100 students go through our individual product management or executive leadership for women of color program at the University of Texas. So here are some of the testimonials. Robert is from Mississippi, and inside the Office of Inclusive Innovation that I ran, he was able to learn product management. He works as an HR consultant for a nonprofit. He's also worked for a startup doing HR, and he loves the experience that he had in building himself up as a professional in our space. And he can't wait. He was always giving back. He actually MCs our demo days. And we're really proud of the work that he's become, because he came from Mississippi, a little small town, didn't have any resources, and he latched on and says, teach me, train me. And now he's been able to go and do amazing things in the tech space. Valeria Colunga, one of our star students, TEDx speaker, Y20 fellow, like global fellow, worked under the Secretary General of the United Nations, got her master's as a free ride, her master's in Oxford in diplomacy, got her companies funded, and has been able to be recognized in her country as one of the startup founders. She basically built a company that it was a startup and a product, a website that would identify not only all the representatives and legislators in her Congress in her state of Nuevo Leon, but all the bills that were being presented and passed so that she could get more young people engaged in the political process. So that didn't exist before. And then Emerson was in our very first class of Product Prodigy, and he ended up going to work in Silicon Valley at Institute for MailChimp, and he worked at Institute. And so now he's helping get other people and other students involved in creating a pathway for them over there. So our deadline to apply is the 27th, July 27th at 11:59. You can go to fronteraleadership.org to apply. We're asking for, actually now, one recommendation letter. There's no video submission, so I need to update that. A resume and a personal statement. This whole program is pretty competitive. You'll come out with a certificate in associate product management, which is basically how to be a mini CEO inside of a tech company. And it's valued at $5,000, which is pretty competitive compared to Cornell, compared to Pragmatic Institute, compared to Product School. You're getting a whole lot, and in person, not just online, and one-on-one coaching supporting on that. So we have spaces for 20 students. So if you know of people who are interested and you're interested in being part of that, we would love for you to join us in this. And with that, I will open up for questions that you may have. And also, if those are watching online, if you have questions in the comments, we'll be able to follow up. And you can email me directly at Ruben, R-U-B-E-N, at lmnts.org, or the email address there, contact us at lmnts.org as well. So thank you very much, and I'll just open it to you all.